Hi, I'm Brad Devaney with Litespeed, in charge of product development and designer there. I'd like to show you our Pisgah. It's our entry-level hardtail. It's a straight gauge 325 titanium tube set. New for this year, we wiped the paper clean. We started with a 27.5-inch wheel platform. It's a new tube set specifically for 27.5-inch wheels. So we've increased some diameters, thickened some walls, accounted for the longer wheel radius and a bit longer stays so that we maintain the stiffness, the precision of handling, and therefore just to have an all-new geometry for this bike. Also going with a post-mount disc this year, new dropout setup that's just super compatible with a lot of systems out there. Quite a simple bike. One of the neater features is that should you not be into that 27.5-inch wheel platform, we also make the bike compatible with 26-inch wheels. We're calling it multi-wheel compatible. How you do so is simply an eccentric. You don't have to run an eccentric with this bike, but it's a feature that if you want to adjust the bottom bracket up or down and increase your bottom bracket height, you can do so. So just our creative use of an eccentric. And that also makes the bike single speed compatible. I like an eccentric single speed a little better than a slider system just because we're maintaining wheelbase and not depending on chain length as to the handling characteristic of the bike. Another cool trademark or feature for all of our new bikes this year is that in-house we're machining a new head badge. It's a titanium badge that's hand welded on. Just sort of a trademark piece that we're super proud of. Okay, for 2013, the Citico is our top level hardtail. We're using a 6.4 alloy titanium. That's 6% aluminum, 4% vanadium, 90% titanium in this top tube. That's an aerospace grade material. By the time we fabricate this tube, which we make in-house at Litespeed, we've got more costs just in the top tube than we do the entire tube set. So it's a really tricky tube. It's a nice feature specific to our off-road bike. We do something similar in the road bikes, but this was off-road specific. That's mated to a 44 head tube. It's got 1.5 by 1.125" compatibility, which is always, it's a standard. Then we're moving to a 325 tube set. Now, of course, we're arching for fork clearance, but then we move into a shape specific to a press fit 30 shell. Now, the tube is also butted, double butting, multi-shaping. That morphing of shape really enhances BB stiffness. We attach then to a 325 seat tube and then a custom bent asymmetric set of single track 325 stays. All of that along with post disc brakes, new setup for this year. And then the really nice feature, this is a 27.5-inch wheel platform, but it's compatible with 26-inch wheels. Some would question, how do you make a 27.5-inch wheel bike work with 26-inch wheels? The simple difference is wheel radius. When you simply change that wheel radius by 3/4 of an inch, if you've got a way to change your bottom bracket height, then you can retain that compatibility. And we're doing so with the creative use of an eccentric at the bottom bracket. So we've got this bike specifically set up sort of at a mid-level, or as you would with a standard non-eccentric bottom bracket, but you've got the ability to rotate the bottom bracket lower or bring it higher. And so in theory with the 26-inch wheels, you're going to raise that bottom bracket just a bit. We've got that designed into the bike. But all new bike for us this year. With one thing I failed to mention is within this head tube, we've got an extreme level of butting. Our 44 head tubes have a greater wall differential probably than any titanium tube in the marketplace. So should we pull it all apart, look inside at the guts of this thing, we go micro thin in the center section of this tube, but then give ourselves enough room for the proper welding of the tube set, as well as our new welded head badge. Okay, so we're out here at Dirt Demo. It's a maiden voyage for this particular bike. This is a one-off prototype that we've been able to bring out. It's the platform of a new suspension bike for us. We're carrying over the Sewanee name, but it's an all-new tube set, all-new suspension design, Completely different kinematics from what we've had in the past. We've changed compression ratios, we've changed the leverage ratio at the shock, new valves, or a new valve on the on that CTD Fox float. So a really nice, well-tuned suspension system that kind of plays from where we were with the old Sewanee. Within this system, what you'll find is greater bottom out resistance, less pedal bob, and just a little bit smoother, faster tracking without any interruptions within the suspension. So beyond that, we'll go into the tube set. This is a 27.5-inch wheel size platform. So we've got an all new top tube, all new down tube, seat tube. This is a variation on the 35 millimeter seat tubes we've done in the past, just a little thicker wall, and then a new chainstay and seat stay combination. It is an asymmetric chainstay, reducing chain slap even throughout compression. So you see a bit of asymmetry going on there, but we get questioned a bit as well about pivot placements and are we staying out of the horse link area and so forth, and yes, we are. This is something that we are respecting patents, but it's forcing us to design a non-horse link chainstay pivot that does have good anti-bob characteristics. Really, really simple rocker design, and thanks to all the new Fox technology, we're able to bring all of that together for all those good anti-bob characteristics. So going from a 27.5-inch wheel down to a 26-inch wheel is possible. It's a very simple change in wheel radius, 3/4 of an inch change in wheel radius. We're able to take that up with an adjustable bottom bracket height. That's just our creative use of an eccentric, of being able to dial that bottom bracket height up or down to give us the desired bottom bracket height. Also in the tube set, once again, we're using a 44 head tube. This one just happens to be super double butted, a really extreme wall differential internal butting that you can't see here, but that we machine in-house, as well as our new machined welded head tube badge, just to sort of crown everything off there. I'll show you. This is a neat little feature. So it's real simple to dial BB height. Super easy to adjust. And all you got to do is adjust front derailleur height along with whatever BB height you're dialing in.